So now it's time to turn our attention to the world of high school hoops. The boys' schedule ramping up. The girls solidly into conference play now, and starting our coverage in Fort Wayne tonight. We've got a series of doubleheaders across the Summit City. So let's kick it off with the Reichert-Hayes series. The North Side and South Side boys going head-to-head on Calhoun Street. And talk about a high-energy environment. Full court pass sends Terrence Jordan under the hoop, lays it in for two, extends that first quarter Archers lead to double digits. But Northside has plenty of fight in them on their end as well. Sebastian Moore drives to the hoop. He converts, bringing that deficit down to just 9 points and firing up the legends in the building. But Southside never let their rivals get comfortable. Corte Wallace to Terrence Jordan, back to Wallace, and the Archers rattle off 20 points the first period. They do survive a comeback attempt, but they still come away with the win, 64-60. Earlier in the evening in the girls' game, it was the Archers picking up their first win of the season, 53-36 sweep for Southside. Now just down the road, Northrop's boys clashed with Bishop Luers, and it was a fast-paced contest in the first quarter in this one as well. Bruins with the ball. Miles Scott finds Isaiah Harris, who drills the jumper, and Northrop is going to take the early lead in this one. But Bishop Luers was relentless with their size and their speed. It's evident with TJ English right here. Back to the basket, then drives to the hoop, through the contact, up and under for two, and the Knights retake the lead with that bucket. That would spark a run, because now on defense, Jaden Moore gets the steal, and then he's going to take it up the court himself. He drives through the contact, draws the foul, sinks the bucket. The Knights are pumped up, and for good reason. Bishop Luers picks up the win, 84-42. And in the girls' matchup of the series, it's the Bruins rolling to that easy victory. They split that doubleheader. Staying in southern Fort Wayne now, and we've got the Snyder girls challenging the Generals at Wayne High School. And this one, all Panthers to start. Some nifty passing gets to Janiah Cooper down low. 14-0 run to open the game for Snyder. Then off the miss, it's her teammate Mackenzie White fighting through her defender. 19-0 run and counting. That is the score at the end of the quarter. Now things would pick up for Wayne in the second quarter a bit. You're going to check out as Zier Aikenson is going to inbounds the ball right here, grabs the offensive board herself, and the putback gets the Generals on the board. But overall, Snyder just dominates in this one. And Janiah Cooper leads the way with 23 points. Panthers pounce on the Generals, 57-14. Then following the end of that game, we had the boys teams taking the court, where Snyder completes the sweep, 73-55. Moving up to the north side of the city now, Bishop Dwanger's girls host top 5 ranked Homestead, and the Saints are down big at half. But check out Ann O'Brien working to get them right back into things in the third quarter, turning an offensive board into 2 points. This one, though, Spartans just way too strong. Check out this sequence right here. We get some teamwork, getting everyone on the court involved in offense, eventually leading to the score from Whitney Ankenbrook. And Homestead leads by 33 at this point, and still going, because then Maya Epps hits her stride. The University of Louisville commit could not be stopped. Homestead runs away with the victory, 77-16. Then at Carroll High School, the Chargers host the girls from Concordia Lutheran, and early in this one, the Chargers are leaning on their reliable post player, Lily George. Down low, lays it in for 2 points, gives Carroll the first quarter lead. George would finish with 22 points on the night, but the Cadets not going away. Olivia Bollinger marches up the court with the ball, then decides might as well pull up and sink it from long range. That makes this just a one-possession game and forces Carroll to call a timeout. But the Chargers respond with a run of their own. Ava Myers drives to the hoop, dishes it out to the wing, then finds space in the corner, gets the ball right back and drills the three herself. Carroll goes on to win this one 61-33. And then capping off those last two doubleheaders, the Carroll Chargers get past Concordia on the boys' side, 66-39, and then the Spartans down Bishop Dwanger 67-41. Now, it wasn't a particularly packed boys' schedule outside of those Fort Wayne contests, so let's check on the other handful of games around the region. We've got the 4-0 Angola Hornets hitting the road to face Garrett tonight. Check in on the stream. The game is tied at the buzzer. It's no good, which means we are heading to overtime at Garrett. Now, after these two played even for most of the contest, well, the Hornets took control in OT. The go-ahead three-pointer is missed, but that's Reed Lance corralling the board and laying it in for two. Angola takes the lead in overtime. Then It's Tyler Rupel adding to it, and the Hornets go on to win this one. They are 5-0 to start the season. And we've got Fremont hosting Hamilton this evening. The Eagles fly away to that 64-23 victory. Now jumping back into some of these other matchups in the western part of our region, Wabash slips by Maconaquah and Southwood downs Peru. Now over into the girls slate again. Tonight we've got East Noble hosting Belmont. This is a clash of NE8 title contenders potentially. First quarter, Braves have the ball. Belmont throws around the horn, ultimately finds Caitlin Barton, gets the opening, drills the three ball. Now, we're trying to see if possession can switch over a little bit of momentum here. The Knights have Avery Amstutz passing to Ryan David. She can't find the shot, passes back to Amstutz. She goes up the middle and finds space for the lay-in. Amstutz now again with the ball, tosses it but misses, and that's Ashley Blakey there to take the ball for the Braves, and she is going to go coast to coast through the traffic, gets the bucket to fall. The Belmont offense proving too much tonight for East Noble. They go on to win this one 59-37, improving to 10-1 already on this season. Elsewhere in the NE8, DeKalb hosts Leo with the Lions roaring to victory and a pretty close one. And then New Haven visiting Huntington North, where the Vikings pillage a 66-39 win. And speaking of title contenders, we've got top 3 ranked Norwell visiting Columbia City. It's Norwell winning that rematch from last year's semi-state matchup, 55-43. And in the NECC, we had 3 matchups to follow. East Side undefeated, visiting Prairie Heights. They keep the win streak going, and Mike Lordy becomes the winningest head coach in the Blazers program history. Then 7-win Fairfield challenge Lakeland. Fairfield comes out on top in this one. Then the early evening game, West Noble hosting Busco with the Chargers, downing the Eagles 55-38. Over to the ACAC now, where it's resurgent Heritage squad facing Southern Wells, and the Raiders up double digits here in the second quarter. I'm going to add to that right there with Amelia Penrod cleaning up the miss for Southern Wells and putting it through. Then just a few possessions later, and it's Aku DeWeese knocking down the triple, helping Southern Wells continue to build that lead 31-9 at halftime. Now we're going to stick around for the third quarter, and we've got Heritage trying to get something going here offensively, and the ball is going to go in the hands of Audra Bickle. Down the baseline for the J, the Patriots with some quick passing, but ultimately in this game, Southern Wells just too much to overcome. They win this one 52-27. And elsewhere in the conference, Woodland hosting a strong Bluffton squad. Woodland picks up what some would call an upset win. Close one there. Adams Central and playing host to the Patriots from Jay County, and the Patriots down the Jets like an AFC East game, and Brady's still around. We've got 50-45 the win in that one. Rounding out our coverage in the TRC, we've got Manchester and Whitco going head-to-head. Whitco dominates this one, and then in the NLC, Wawasee destroys Goshen, and finally the top 10 ranked Tigers from Warsaw visit Plymouth. Utter domination in that one, 80-17.